Hi, this is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of KitMaker Network, and welcome to another mail call. Yes, it is that time again. It's only been a week. Didn't get my normal 2-week break. As you can see, we've gotten new stuff. It looks like we got a transshipment here from Takom, so there should be some definite good items in here. I got something here from somewhere, also China, and something from Plus Model, and something else here. I'm not sure where that's from. I'd like to talk a little bit before I get started unboxing stuff with samples for what we've got available right now. There is quite a bit of stuff. We're not moving things as fast as I would like. Armor ammo we're fine with. We do have not very much things outgoing or still pending there. I think we still have that M60A2 Starship. But I've still got, like other stuff. So, and I'm going to have to try to push through it. I actually discovered something, for example, trying to send this box to one of my staffers. It was going to cost $50 to send this in a box. Obviously not in this box, but in a box inside this, with this inside the box. I can get this out. So I'm a little bit kind of disappointed with current postal rates. This is not a heavy box, but because the box, I guess, was considered oversized, the U.S. Postal Service wanted $50 to send it to Canada, and even British Columbia, which is, I'm in California, so that's like just going straight north. UPS only wanted $34. Occasionally that happens with the larger oversized stuff, that UPS is cheaper, but for the most part we send a lot of things through USPS. So I kind of had really avoided doing this. Darren Baker, who's the managing editor for Armorama, and Rowan Bayless, managing editor of Aeroscale, they get quite a few samples in direct too, sent to the UK. And since they are volunteers, they don't make money off the site. They're strictly volunteers. They've been sending out parcels basically either in the past out of the goodness of their own heart, or now they're asking for basically reimbursement for shipping. I'm going to have to start asking for reimbursement for shipping too, unfortunately, because we just get too many of these. The costs are really ramping up. I mean, it's great I get a review for the site, but when it starts to cost $25, $35 to send a $30 kit, even in the United States, some of these kits, some of these prices are getting really silly. $25 to send something to the East Coast from California because it weighs 2.5 pounds or whatever. I mean, that when I started the site and when I started shipping out samples in about 2007, it was literally about $8. So it's gone from $8 to sometimes now $20 to $25 just to send something in the United States. I mean, if we don't think that's crazy for us living here in the United States, that's just ridiculous. No costs of anything have gone up that high. The price of a car still roughly is the same price that it was back in 2007. In fact, some cars are actually cheaper. In fact, I reflect on this a lot, and people who know cars or who bought cars in the day would know this. I'm driving a Honda Civic SI. Cost me about $23,000 roughly. In 1998 or so, if you bought a Civic CRX, which is only a 2-seater, for Christ's sake, pardon my religious comment there, that car cost about $17,000 to $20,000. Some dealerships had it marked up. They had it marked up above the sticker price. $20,000 basically you could have paid for a Honda CRX 2-seater back in 97, 98. And now we're paying $23,000 for a car with airbags and all sorts of, anti-lock brakes and all these, newer features. So, excuse me, but if we can buy a car practically for the same amount of money as 20, 30 years ago now, 30 plus years ago, I don't understand why everything else has to be so expensive. I mean, I know we rail about the cost of kits, but relatively speaking, we're talking about prices way back in the 50s being super cheap compared to today, not say prices in the 80s and 90s. Those kits were $20, $30 even by that point, at least from my memory anyways. So that was my little rant about shipping, and yeah, I'm just going to have to start asking for for people to at least offer to reimburse. If you offer to reimburse me for shipping, it's probably a lot more likely I'm going to send an item. This being a perfect example, because this was going to go potentially to a staff member, and because of the cost, I basically had to tell her, no, I can't send that. It's just I mean, I hate to say it, but with all these rising costs and so forth, I haven't raised my ad rates for the site in forever. Mostly because I don't think vendors would pay the additional amount, like a lot of them would bulk. And our costs have been going up. This office, for example, I started renting now, what, 3-4 years ago. So that was an additional expense. Other costs have gone up, like shipping, and I just don't have... We have about the same number of subscribers who do the monthly subscriber option on the site that we did back when I started it. It hasn't really gone up. It's about 200 people. So that really, I mean, unfortunately, I do run this as a business, and I hate to get into the nitty gritty of it, especially on one of these videos, but yeah, the money is not there to just throw out for $300-400 a month shipping bills, unfortunately. Anyways, all right, so that's aside. Let's move on to the fun stuff, the unboxings of things. All right, let's take a look, see what's in this one, because I'm actually kind of curious. A cardboard box. Nope, it doesn't want to come out. Seems to be stuck. The waterproofing coming out of China. Are they losing planes that are falling into the ocean? I don't know what is the reason for all this taping and bagging. I mean, I know the bag is part of the DHL system, but all right. So it looks like we have some Flyhawk items. Uh-oh, just got my really jammed in here. Oop. A Royal Navy 1/700 scale World War II Royal Navy Aircraft 1. So some nice little diagrams on the back there for markings and such. And then we also got the 1/72nd scale Panzer Kampfwagen II Ost Lux. So that's also looks nice. Must be really tiny though. It's at 72nd scale, and that's the hull. Very little bitty hull. But yeah, it looks like it has lots of nice multimedia in there. All right. What else did we get from, say, Plus Model? So I hope everybody had a nice weekend. Mine was too short as usual. And yeah, it was too short as usual. All right, so from Plus Model, we got in the U.S. pressure bottles, modern in 1/35th scale. We got in the U.S. electric cart C4-32 mule in 1/35th scale. 1/35th scale, that's a little bit odd. Isn't that kind of an aircraft thing? I mean, I guess it could potentially work in 1/32nd scale, but yeah, that's not usually a good idea to mix those two scales. Decals for two versions. You could use it with a heli, kind of a heli, 35th scale heli scenario. Crew BF 110 in 1/48th scale. And those are one seated and one standing. Looks like they're out like in an airfield scenario. And then we got U.S. wooden crates 4, and then they're hiding them again with the hidings. Staple. No, I'm gonna. Okay. For cigarettes, World War II, Type 2. And then I'm going to assume this is also you wooden crate. Yeah, same thing. 1/35th scale. Two different kinds. Probably Type 1. Did I say Type? First one was Type 2. And then we got in, this is interesting, a 1/35th scale windmill. All wood construction. Probably laser cut wood. I don't have a preview, so hopefully these are coming out all right. I can't really see them. Okay, and from, I want to say this is MRC. Great Plains. Oh, so Hobbyco. Sorry, not MRC. From Hobbyco, what do we have? It's funny, long before I ever started the site, I lived in Rockford, Illinois, and which is where Testers is based. Their plant facility, whatever, is right basically on the outskirts of Rockford. And then Great Plains, Illinois, is where a Hobbyco is, and I used to drive nearby or through there quite a bit. So we got from Italeri, the U.S. Infantry on Board, 1/35th scale. It's interesting that looks like almost like photorealistic stuff on the cover. It's an interesting way, not a pure illustration. Then we got the Messerschmitt Bf 109 F2 Barbarossa in, I'm sure, 1/72nd scale? Yeah, 1/48 scale, actually. 1/48 scale. Sorry. That looks like a purdy plane. Messerschmitts have always been interesting. And we got the, from Italeri, the A10 AC Thunderbolt 2. Gulf War 25th anniversary. This is 1/72nd scale. I was just hearing at my local IPMS club how they're phasing out all the poor little A10s. So, although they have one they're working on that's like a remote drone, something like that. All right, so now we've got left the big giant box from Takom with big shipping straps on it. Ugh. Yeah, I went to my local club meeting with some of the recent stuff, like that Fresno Air National Guard aircraft, the F-15 MISIP, and no takers there. Nobody wants to do reviews, I swear. You guys that do them are a small group, an elite small group. You should be proud of yourself. More straps, really. This is the most well-packed stuff. Armorama is what's on the top of the box here. All right, so it looks like these are like two separate boxes put together. It's quite an enterprise opening these. All right, so we have the T-45B, which eventually I can get out of here. There we go. T-45B Russian medium tank in 1/35th scale. Isn't she a beauty? Get her a little closer here. Move this box. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with that variant, T-54B. I really wasn't aware there was an A and a B. Okay, so now they're really... Wow, okay, I'm going to have to do the cutting down the side trick. These are in here like so tight. There we go. Okay. Type 69-2. 1/35th scale, obviously, again. So this is an Iraqi medium tank, 2-in-1. I'm not sure what the 2-in-1s are, without getting into further detail. And again, my goodness, it's going to be really hard to get this out. Maybe if I pull out, separate. Okay, we're going to go for full box separation. Stage 2. Hopefully I will not injure myself with cutting implements. Wow. Why won't this come off? Oh my goodness. This tape. I swear somebody at Takom hates me. It's like, I'm gonna make this the most secure box ever. You know, well, I shouldn't complain because they obviously get here in one piece and not completely mangled. All right, so T-55 AMV, 1/35th scale, Russian medium tank. It's got all the reactive armor on it. Looks, again, very cool. All right, 3 more to go. This should be a little easier now that I've... Okay. Whew. Never knew unboxing stuff could be such a workout. And They really, you know, when Takom decides to put out a series of models, they really do put out a series. They don't mess around. They don't mess around with this. Oh, we're going to put one out, and 3 months later, we're going to put another one out, and so forth. They just put them all out. T-55AM, Russian medium tank. You can see a theme here, obviously. These are all similar variants. I think it's actually a clever marketing strategy because, you know, they can get all these models ready. They shouldn't actually take all that much different time to put together. And then they can kind of just do, you know, one big marketing flurry and get them out. Now, it doesn't mean to say that they won't release more Chieftains. So the Chieftain Mark II. Although the other one wasn't a Chieftain. Is this the first Chieftain? No, the other ones were. I'm having a hard time remembering myself now. Or the previous one? No, the previous ones. They were Chieftains. Okay. I'm losing my mind. I do sometimes put previous kit releases on the side here, like KV Object 279s. Oh yeah, no, that's not them. Nope, those are all different releases. They show me everything but their Chieftain releases. Well, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there were some previous Chieftain releases. Okay, so this one's 1/35 scale, as you would expect. Very nice box art. I like that. I like that shot with the cows in the background, just calmly eating away at the green grass while the main battle tank is moving towards them. A very loud tank too. I think they would at least be kind of looking towards the tank going, what is that? That does not look friendly. It is not a friendly looking tank. Okay, the last one is, wait for it, a Chieftain Marksman SPAAG. Now that's a cool looking vehicle there with the anti-aircraft guns blazing and so forth. Again, 1/35 scale, British Air Defence weapon system, it says on here. Individual tracks, 5 types of markings, gun can elevate, photo etching, clear parts included, detailed static display, plastic model. Why do they have to say that? So it's not like people don't confuse with an RC vehicle, they don't get a lawsuit. It's like a standard thing. It's been included on like every kit box since like the days of Tamiya in the 70s. Ready to assemble precision model kit as intended for collectors of age 14 years and more. A model may vary from image on box. Model may vary, sorry. Cement and paint not included. Anyways, so that's pretty much all of what we got. Those 6 Takom kits, the 3 or so Italeri kits, the stuff from Plus Model, more stuff. All right, so definitely probably doing some unboxings. You guys can give me some suggestions in the comments section which of, say, the Takom kits you'd like to see an unboxing of. I'll probably definitely do at least one of the T55, T54 variants, and maybe one of the Chieftain ones. But give me some suggestions. I'll be more than happy to take a look. That said, I think that this probably would wrap up this video for this week, and we will see you next time. Oh, and our thanks to, obviously, all these manufacturers for sending us these samples. Do not listen to my rambling complaints of how hard it is to open your boxes and so forth. You're fine. You're good. Anyways, we'll see you next week, or hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks, hopefully. But if not, we'll see you in a week for the next mail call.